mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on. What's up, everybody? What's good, man? Homemade TV, hustles on a mission every day, dividendsapparel.com. We'll be back up soon. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital and create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. Never forget, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Whole ass niggas gonna talk about it. And fuck niggas gonna hate and ask for help and all type of shit like that. Regardless, dude. All right. All right. What's good, man? Good morning. Good morning. We here. We back. Another real nigga reaction. Another R&R moment. I got me some rest. Now I'm relaxing with some relaxation. And we finna goddamn get into a reaction. You hear me? And today, I don't know, this should have probably been allegedly news topic. But right now, I'm reacting to this as a real nigga. So, you know, my reactions is what I would do first because it's a genuine reaction. I want it to be a genuine reaction. Something I ain't never seen. I'm looking at it. We looking at it first together. You get my reaction while you got your own. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I will report on it with allegedly news if I feel like I should do that. But yeah, man. You new to the channel, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Yeah, say something. Say something, man. Don't have me on here feeling like I'm talking to myself, even though I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking to y'all. But yeah, man. So I'm getting back into it. You know what I'm saying? I've been more and more starting to feel like myself lately. You know what I'm saying? Bouncing back, getting over loss of loved ones and shit like that. And depression and shit. Depression real for real. Like, you know, I didn't know I was depressed and shit. I thought I was just sleepy. I thought a nigga was just sleepy. They said, bitch, you depressed. I said, what? I said, what is that? What is that? As long as I ain't never depressed. But yeah. Everybody going through that. Y'all gonna be all right. Remember, all this shit just temporary. None of this shit forever. You just here for an experience. Live that shit out. Look at this shit like a game and try to beat the game, nigga. Stop fucking quitting and trying to restart all the time. Just try to beat the game, nigga. You feel me? And with that being said, we're going to go into the topic of today, which is my reaction, a real nigga reaction. It's only right I do a real nigga reaction to this, as it's a lot of news of Latinos or the Latin community asking niggas for help. Not just black people asking niggas. So it's only right to do a real nigga reaction. And we finna see what's going on in the world today. You know what I'm saying? I've been in my little bubble for real. Like, I see there's been a lot of shit going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I really been paying attention to outside of my bubble is the motherfucking hurricane transformation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the weather. I'm seeing if there's some goddamn developments out there in the motherfucking Atlantic to see if there's some shit on the way. If I need to goddamn start making some early plans, cause bitch, you know what I'm saying? I might dip this time just to dip. Like, fuck it. I ain't staying for no another hurricane, no another 2 hurricanes. But anyway, man, let's see what the fuck this about. We're gonna jump into the first one, see what the fuck they got going on, what they talking about. We're gonna edit this a little bigger because it's these little shorts and shit. So I'm probably put this a little bit. Let's see this lady talk.
So I feel like I should say something. Anyway, yeah, mobilize the Asians. Stay safe out there. I've been hearing about other minorities asking Black people to show up and protest against ICE. Ask the Asians instead. Our shit's already being rocked. The working class ones are going to be targeted by ICE just like the Latino community. Hell, a bunch of us are already being deported and often to the wrong country. And then as for the richer ones, Trump has already banned all Chinese students from coming to the US to study and has banned all international students from coming to Harvard, which affects a whole lot of Asian international.
Damn, I ain't for that. He said, "Nah, y'all can't come to our schools no more. What the fuck y'all coming to our schools for? Y'all say y'all shit better anyway. Ain't that what y'all said? Ain't y'all been talking shit for the last couple of years, right? About how better y'all shit is over there. Y'all stay y'all ass over there and go to school over there, then, bitch."
International students. So anybody who looks Chinese, even if they're a U.S. citizen, is going to be affected by this.
Like,
he's put several South Asian countries on.
My thing is, don't China got all the extra advanced shit accessible in their country, like flying cars and all that other shit? They actually got self-parking cars and shit over there. So why the fuck would they be coming over, trying to come over here to go to school? Bitch, it seems like we should be going over there to learn some shit. That's what it seemed like. That's all I'm just
the travel ban list. So yeah, brown Asians are going to be affected too. Anyway, our voting numbers look very similar to Latinos. Just over half of us voted for Kamala and the rest went for Trump. We couldn't just fucking listen to Black people when they told us to vote for the Black lady who wasn't going to take.
For the record, both of them was going to do this to y'all. It don't matter who it was. The Black lady, the white man. You feel me? It was going to get done to y'all either way. The president is just a motherfucking face of the country for a moment. All the strings is getting pulled behind the scenes. So all that shit about the voting and who they voted for or whatever, that's half of it. That's not even half of it. That's more like a quarter of it, if that. But
all our civil rights away.
Ain't got shit
and now we want them to come save our asses when they're getting
the voting y'all did ain't got shit to do with it.
Considered that the feds want Black people to show up to the protests because then they have an excuse to escalate.
All that shit was
then
an
they
experiment.
have an excuse to call them riots. We saw what happened with the peaceful protests in 2020 after George Floyd was killed by a policeman. Also, if you've been paying any.
For the record, these have all been experiments. It's gonna be a series of experiments until 2030, 2029. When they really gonna start implementing and setting changes to all this shit and really, you know what I'm saying? It's really gonna start 2028, but by 2030, all that shit gonna be switched up. By 2030, bro, this shit gonna be completely different. Watch what I say.
Attention at all. Black people have been showing up to support Latinos who are potentially being deported. Look at all the videos from Compton. Just type Compton in your search bar. So why don't we do this? Why don't we let Black people make?
Let's do that. Let's text. Let's see. Compton. She says type Compton in your search bar. On YouTube or on Google. Where should I do it at? The Asian American lady. The American Asian lady. Excuse me. Excuse me, my bad. I don't be getting shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not the motherfucking president. President just a face the government could put on the decision that's being made. You know what I'm saying? The president is really like the fall guy if the government fuck up. I don't know what be up with these motherfuckers here, man. What? John Diddy Combs federal trial day 23. Kanye West denied explosive assist testimony. Man, we finna do that later. I'm gonna look at that in a minute. But all right, we texting content in the server. All right, I got lost, y'all. My bad. I got lost. I got on this shit, seeing some shit. Like, what the fuck is that? I got on that bitch, seeing some shit. I wasn't even trying to look at. All right, what we doing? Compton. My bad, shit moving a little slow. Oh, somebody Compton. I didn't see that. Probably mad because I ain't acknowledged the comment. Let me put that on the screen for y'all. That way I see it. ICE protests. I can take this on my main channel because they be doing bullshit sometimes.
Looking for an eSIM for your next trip?
Yo, what's good? I'm setting this shit up so I see when y'all say some shit. Man, see my socks. I ain't got no socks on my feet. This nigga crazy. Talking about some socks on my feet. Man, I ain't got no socks. And no, you can't see them. That bit crazy. All right, anyway.
Trip abroad? With Olafly, enjoy unlimited data.
So the little Asian lady right here said, search.
Protests because then they have an excuse to escalate the violence. Then they have an excuse to call them riots. We saw what happened with the peaceful protests in 2020 after George Floyd was killed by a policeman. Also, if you've been paying any attention at all, Black people have been showing up to support Latinos who are potentially being deported. Look at all the videos from Compton. Just touch.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now. We finna search it right now. What's going on right here? I popped early like firecrackers in the last week of June. It's a Wheezy ball, man. Y'all go fuck with that Carter 6, you know what I'm saying? He got about a nice little 7-track song I fuck with. Damn, they done fuck that man shit up, bro. Why they gonna fuck up the leg like that? They green as a bitch. Doing that shit to the Lexus for no reason. Nigga trying to get around. Y'all on some whole shit. Damn, boy, this protest? This what the protest look like? Hold on, we gotta go beginning of this protest. What the fuck been going on in Compton? Protest escalates in Compton. Car drives toward deputies. Part 3. Yeah, he got mace. He need that milk in his eye. He got that mace. That's when that pepper spray, boy. Better put some. Better do something. 20 minutes. You need to keep that water on you after 20 minutes. It take 20 minutes. Okay, everyone told you that, boy. Nah, it's gonna take 20 minutes. No, it take 20 minutes. Real, bitch. If your ass ever been in the area where that pepper spray at, boy, that shit they got, it don't even matter. You ain't even got to get sprayed. Let you be in a closed off area in a building and somebody spray some pepper, man, that shit going everywhere. I'm so glad I ain't been out nowhere when a pepper spray was sprayed recently. It was one of these bad guards spray that bitch every time any little altercation comes up. Any little altercation comes spray, guess what? The whole club from the club, then they gonna come back in. Like, man, what the fuck? Nigga just need to leave out there. I was like, man, I'm not going back in there. What we going back in there for? Let me clear the spot out. Man, let's go to the next spot. Fuck that shit. They got that shit blocked off. They ain't doing nothing. And look, this was finna go on all around the world. This shit right here. Every city, every major city in America. This shit happened. protest wise, but as far as the police ganging up like this with their military and shit, they gonna gang up like the military. I'm more in support of the military and active on the streets as police officers than the actual police. You feel me? Because soldiers and shit like that, they actually have to go through boot camp. They have to go through it. They have to meet a standard. Well, they used to have to meet a standard at least to motherfucking even be able to call themselves a Marine or SEAL or know what I'm saying? Shit like that. They gotta go through a lot of different shit. But this shit finna happen all around the goddamn country. Bro. Standoffs just like this with the people and the police. There's gonna be standoffs, the people and the police. Hold up. This the one I'm probably not gonna be able to show.
Copy that.
Anti-ICE protesters square off with agents.
Yep, we've got you. Can you hear me? Yep, got you. Standing by.
Anyway. That shit fucked up, Ron. They got that bitch on fire. They trying to burning that bitch down.
Yeah, that's right, Jovi. It looks like the deputies now are making their way to the other side of the intersection to basically block off the entire intersection.
Yeah, that's what they better do. Let's skip ahead. Hey, man. Hope everybody be safe out there, be all right. You know what I'm saying? Is the shit still going on, though? That's the question. Is it still going on? You know what? We gonna make these black ladies. We're gonna support all real people on this motherfucker. We about creating a positive impact today and later. You know what I'm saying? We gotta control the truth. That bitch said assume position. I feel you. Let's see what it.
Because according to them, if there was ever a time for people to unite, that was during the ballot box, and they'd say they want Latinos, but they did not listen.
Dear Latinos for Trump, now that you've seen that your master.
I'm gonna let you know something. It seemed like niggas and motherfucking. It seemed like niggas that every nigga that Tupac told you niggas about back then, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 25 years ago. Pac told you about everybody, all this shit coming out. 25 years ago, Pac told you about all these niggas, about Trump, about Diddy, about Jay-Z. Who else? That nigga told you about everybody, man. That nigga told you about everybody. Quincy Jones, he told you about the whole music industry. He told everybody 25, 27, 30 years ago. Years ago, niggas thought he was tripping. And niggas like to be like, you know, Pop was a nice guy. Pop was he was a different character until he got in a movie. They always base it off this one movie, Juice. He was playing a character off of Juice. But any nigga that done been crossed, no, you're never the same after you get crossed. You're more aggressive. You don't give a fuck about shit. Like, you change as a person, but different shit happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is going against your own interests, such as we've been.
And they bring up his feminine mannerisms, but as you can see, it's been studied now. You know what I'm saying? As far as niggas coming up with single mothers, not having their fathers around, a majority of these niggas have them feminine traits because they never had their father around. Majority of his rhymes was mainly based off of how he missed his father. He missed that male role model in his shit, like the state of hopelessness of a lot of his raps. People forget that and they try to turn shit around. And it's just how the motherfucking people try to switch history on our people. You feel me? Like, people, you gotta think about that shit. History repeats itself for a reason. People try to block the history of shit and try to change the thoughts and the mindset of the future coming up, the children that don't know shit.
Warning you for the past couple years or so. Now you want to come back and unite? Oh, we have to unite with each other. Fuck you. Go to your master, get back on your knees, and assume the position.
Hi guys.
Yeah, we're gonna support too. They talking about what we talking about right now. I'm not finna listen to them too much. Latinos. I just want to see the clips that they put together. I want to see everything that they done grab, because I know they done grab everything from me.
It is crazy that starting next week, multiple cities will be hitting immigration. That is so crazy that multiple people are scared to go to work. But I work at a lot of Latinos did not go to work, and that's crazy because we have a living too.
It's fucked up, you know. I used to feel sad when I see females crying shit. Like, I used to feel bad. Like, sometimes, like, oh man, that's sad. Why she crying? Like, she don't need to cry. Why she looking so sad? She don't need to be looking sad. But maybe she do. You don't know what the fuck them people be having going on. Motherfuckers be out here lying and crying because they lying, and motherfuckers ain't believing they lie. They be crying because the nigga ain't dumb enough to motherfucker fall for that stupid shit. That's why I look at motherfuckers crying.
I hate that I voted for him. Now I'm so scared for my family.
And listen, majority of the motherfuckers that voted for him only voted for him based off of their dislike or hate for niggas. I'm pull something else up.
Y'all, we need to come together and do something.
She followed up with this picture post of her looking distraught. And she puts up at the top, when my grandma woke me up, she said, just in case if ICE takes me, make sure you don't go down the wrong path and make sure you keep family together. And my grandpa texted me saying, if ICE shows up at my work, take care of your family and don't go the path I took, mija. Los amo a todos. Los amos a todos means I love you all. I know she wasn't talking to the Black community when she said that we have to unite. She's talking to the Hispanic community because they do need to unite. Black people tried to tell them before the election. So I know they can't be talking. She can't be talking to Black people. This is what we mean when we say that you vote against your own interests. I don't know what it is that you heard that made you think voting for Donald Trump was going to make you safe, because what I heard all throughout the campaign season, I heard Donald Trump repeatedly saying that there will be mass deportations and they will be bloody. And then towards the end of the campaign season, he and Stephen Miller kicked it up a notch and said that the mass deportations would include overturning birthright citizenship. And then they told you that they would get rid of the entire family. They were going after DACA recipients. They told you this before you went into the voting booth to vote against your interest and your family's interest. When you went into the voting booth and voted for Donald Trump, you voted for him to deport your family. These are the consequences of your actions.
This is so crazy that we voted for Trump. We trust him with the word that he promised us Latinos.
And the word that he promised was that he was going to deport you.
He definitely did that. He definitely told y'all what he was doing. Fucked up, because he told these people what the fuck he was gonna do. He told these people the last time his ass was in the motherfucking office. He damn sure told the last time he was in the office. He told y'all the time he ran before that when he didn't win. He was already in the office.
Y'all, we need to come together.
It ain't y'all votes, bro. It really ain't y'all votes. Y'all really just, you know what I'm saying? This shit was an experiment, statistics for numbers about programming, how niggas is being programmed, how they learning different ways to program niggas through this motherfucking internet, all type of shit, the media. That's why we got to keep the real shit going. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the media been brainwashing and guiding your thought patterns for so long, is you would never notice it unless you woke up. You feel me? Like, so now they're trying to capture new ways to brainwash the youth and shit. A lot of that shit come with nanoparticles. They done found out a way to actually use technology with nanoparticles and liquids injected into you that could be able, they could control why they in you. Like, man, there's some shit out here that motherfuckers really be sleep on. They got
They're
some
coming
super
together to
ass
do something
scientific
about
shit
this.
out
It's
here.
called voting. And that happened a couple of months ago on November 5th. And you still decided to walk your Latina ass up in that voting booth and vote for a man that repeatedly told you that he was coming for you to deport you. And at this point, more than anything, I want you to get exactly what you voted for. I want you to feel the powerful consequences of your vote. If they do take your grandma and your grandpa, I want you to know that you did that to them. They got taken away because of you. And for the rest of us as a community, we can never let MAGA voters like her forget how damaging their vote was. We need to constantly remind them. Never let them forget.
That is the true essence of essence of scorn. You feel me? Like scorn women. We want you to. You hear what she's saying? Never let them forget. For real, bitch. When female feel try, that's exactly their mindset. I want you to listen. If you ever been feel like you tried them, and this is their thought process behind it. She just talk about a voter, but listen to
them. They got taken away because of you. And for the rest of us as a community, we can never let MAGA voters like her forget how damaging their vote was. We need to constantly remind them. Never let them forget. As far as us getting together to do something about it, I will never in my life trust a Latino for Trump. You're a danger to yourself, you're a danger to your family, and you're a danger to your community. And I want nothing to do with you, and I don't feel sorry for you. I've been getting some comments calling me divisive, saying, right now's not the time for finger pointing. We need to work with Latinos for Trump. Latinos for Trump already divided us when they walked into that voting booth on November 5th and made a conscious decision to sell out their family, to sell out their friends, and to sell out their entire community as a whole to ICE. And for what exactly? A pat on the head from the whites? For white proximity? For white validation? I am not the one causing the division, so don't come here and try to gaslight me. I voted to keep their families safe. I'm not the one who voted to have ICE raids on their families. Latinos for Trump are the ones who voted to have ICE raids on their own families and their own friends and their own community. A majority of Latinos foolishly gave your votes to Trump. And how did Trump thank you? By making it his very top priority on day one to deport as many of us as he possibly can. He said, get the fuck out. It doesn't matter if you're illegal or not. It doesn't matter if you're a criminal or not. He wants you out because you're not white.
I don't know if that's the true part. If you're legal or not, because I don't know about nobody that's legally here having issues at all. They not worried about that. Like, I don't know no motherfucker that's here legally. And I know a lot of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, speak straight that got their green card. I know some people said something about something expiring or some shit, but it's just because they had it so long. But they ain't worried. And people don't be worried about it. You know, it's a whole industry, right? It's a market. These motherfuckers make money when they come back into the country. When people leave, or they deport niggas, when they deport motherfuckers, people. There's little avenues that them people in the government getting paid off of as well. That's allowed them to get their ass back in here. Man, it's all about money for real. Like, if you think like this, money make the world go round. The world that you living in right now, money make that bitch go round. You feel me? Money will get any and everything done. That's why when they come for niggas, they drain their pockets. They want to drain their pockets to the to the highest extent. They want to drain a nigga pocket the most. How they did Kazi. You could see it, bro. You feel me? They try to drain a nigga the most. When they want to bring it in, they gonna drain their fucking pockets to the highest capability. Because money get shit done.
About this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump.
Niggas be like, man, these rappers be getting these little sweet sentences or getting off with certain shit because money get shit done, boy. The same people that own the labels own the prisons and shit. You don't think they motherfucking got some deals with niggas? Man, Tupac was supposed to do about 5 years in prison. He got bailed out due to $1 million. He was still on parole. He was still under supervision of them people when he got bailed out, when he was out of jail.
Really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back,
Look, it's the feminine way of thinking. It's the feminine way of thinking, you feel me? It's the feminine way of thinking, bro. True people of God, you feel me? We understand, like, a lot of people manipulate. This shit we understand all about this shit. Like, you can't fault people for their decisions or choosing whatever they chose for whatever reason. Even if hate was behind it, was part of their decision. You know what I'm saying? Like,
want them to remember who
everybody got the right to feel how
when
they
their
feel.
abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone. I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs, but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family, but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to.
The police and the shit he said, that shit gonna be like that anyway. This is America. I don't know. He just saying some shit now. That's
remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases,
that shit already fucked up. This is shit it seems like it's already. Hold on, let's go back.
bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs, but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family, but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
That shit, some of that shit been like that, was gonna stay like that regardless. And yeah, whatever.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Because remember we had
I
told
don't
y'all
have no dog
that
in
was
the
gonna
fight.
happen.
Like,
Remember we were telling y'all that they
that.
didn't watch out here, and we did. Remember we were telling y'all that voting for Harris wasn't gonna really be in our best interest or protect it. Remember we had told you that it wasn't.
But see, now it's like, you know, this was gonna happen either way, right? This was gonna happen either way because Kamala was gonna be the fall for it. And then you know what people was gonna say. She's a woman. They're not letting her really run the country because she's a woman. You know, the president. Well, shit, I just told y'all the president just the face and shit, right? That's not her decision. She not really. They're not letting her do what she wants to do. They're not passing this and that. What the same shit they were saying previously about Obama. And I need people to understand that it was going to be this way either way, regardless. It was going to be people on both sides saying, remember this, remember that. It was just going to be different. It was going to be like, remember when we told y'all them motherfuckers was going to be able to use the same bathroom as y'all when if y'all vote for this motherfucker over here with y'all kids and y'all little daughter just grown ass supposed to be a wannabe woman. Usually, I want you to remember who you. It's been the same shit around the same lines. It's been the same shit. It's like divide and conquer, bro. People don't like. People not understand for it. People they divide to conquer. It's supposed to be the United States. Different states united under one flag, like one, but every state different because it's so fucking racist. This shit just fucking organized against niggas. No matter what type of nigga you is, nigga. All right. That's why you gotta do for yourself. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta learn this shit. You gotta learn the system. The real system.
But voting for Harris or Biden.
Educate your own children. Why the fuck you can't educate your own children for real? Why you can't educate yourself enough to be smarter to educate your own children? Regardless, special needs or whatever. And majority of the time, that shit is the money factor, right? Because nigga need money to survive, so a nigga gotta work. And people gotta work, so they keep them away from their kids, and they keep them away from their family, and keep them away from that time to try to educate themselves. But nigga, well, there's a will, there's a way. If you really motherfucking love something that much, you'll figure out a way, provide for your people without having to spend all that much time. Man, well, there's a will, there's a way to get that shit done, do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later, man.
And would have been ensuring that all communities were safer. Remember, we had told you because we were trying to come together. Remember, we was trying to come together, right? And then y'all said, "No, fuck y'all, little darks." Remember that?
That's something else. But this was gonna be that either way. I was looking for this one video for real. I wasn't looking for none of that shit. But yeah, shout out to them. They alright. I ain't really listen to that shit like that. I was just looking for a clip, seeing if they had that shit. But yeah, man, fuck that. That's my real nigga reaction on that. We finna go to something else. Cause I'm not really a politic motherfucker, you feel me? I don't really give a fuck about the politics too much. I already understand what all this shit is. You feel me? It's media manipulated. Everybody involved is a statistic. If you're alive on this earth, you're a statistic in some type of way. You're just a statistic, bro, a number, bro. When you born, you a statistic. You a new number in this country, in the world. You born a statistic. For real. Like, that's all, bro. Your job is to motherfucking manipulate your way to fuck up out this bitch and take care of you and yours, you feel me? And beat the game, you feel me? There's been a rise in the suicide rate and all type of shit. That nigga need all right. Oh no, what this say? I got some more comments. Who is the information for? The information for whoever want to take some information. And this is a reaction. This ain't my news channel. So this ain't that. You wanted Trump, you got him to send all of them back. Yeah, they wanted Trump. I don't have no dog in no fight, like I said. I'm not a political guy. I'm not into politics too much. I'm into self, do for self. You know what I'm saying? We all made in God's image. You know what I'm saying? Try to do better every day. Create a positive impact today and later, you feel me? Regardless of the situation. Feel me? You can't control the cards you dealt, but you can definitely control how you play that motherfucker. Just play to win. Every chance you get, regardless, you better play to win. Because them motherfuckers want you to lose. Motherfucker want you to lose. You better play to win, no matter the cards you dealt. I don't give a fuck about them cards. I ain't played the hand that I was dealt. I changed the cards. You better play the motherfucking win. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to 50. That's one of my favorite lines. I ain't played the hand that I was dealt. I changed the cards. For real. Hey, man, that's what you gotta do for self. But yeah, this information is for real niggas. And niggas like me. You know what I'm saying? If this for you, go ahead, subscribe, check in. We're going to keep this consistent. We're going to do it capital and create a positive impact. You feel me? Real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Whole ass niggas going to talk about it and fuck niggas going to hate. Regardless. I promise you that. You feel me? And I got family from every background associated with me. So, yeah. Like I said, the motherfuckers that's legit here, they ain't got no problem. They ain't even worried about it. They don't even talk. They don't say nothing about none of this shit going on. They in their bubble just like I'm in my bubble. So it's my way of learning about shit going on in the world with y'all. My new shit. And yeah, man. That's gonna be it for this one. We finna get on some other shit, some entertainment reactions. Cause I like to laugh and shit. You know, life too short, you feel me? Try to beat the game. I've been feeling like myself, overcoming the loss of one of my favorite people and shit. But you know, this is what they would want me to do. Keep this shit moving. And doing it capital, you feel me? So yeah, man. We're gonna wrap this up like that. We in the lit house. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? Fuck the shade, get paid. You hear me? Fuck all the shade, get paid. You know what I'm saying? Keep the light within you shining bright no matter what. And play the motherfucking win. You know they want you to lose. That's all they want. They want you to fuck up. So you can't give them the satisfaction, nigga. Fuck them cards you was dealt. Play to win on everything. Home Meat TV, Hustles on Mission, and they will be right back after these messages.
Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in, trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention, I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches, every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding, I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365